Friends, we're going to talk about union and relationship. Are they the same? Are they different things? Are they connected? How does that work? Inside the union is an actual relationship. This needs to be transforming to healthy, otherwise you can't maintain the union frequency in harmonious union, the state of consciousness or the state of being that I bring people to here in my coaching practice. Sometimes we live exclusively in relationships informed by our trauma. And this needs to be broken inside harmonious union. Otherwise, you'll lose it. But we can sometimes not see this ourselves because of our blindness to our own ego. Harmonious Twin Flame Union means, after all, moving from transactional relationship that only refers to performative elements of the exchange to the absolute epitome of true love incarnate, both on the relational and the divine vibrational level, at the same time as one. All right, so what does all of this mean? So, when you come into harmonious union, no, let's say when you want to be with your twin flame, or you want to be with a real one, and you want to be really happy, you want to feel the joy of that, which both together forms the door that opens towards everything that your heart desires. That is the door towards success. True success, not success that is fleeting and blows away with the wind one day, but success that stays. All right. How do you get there? Well, you need to be at the right vibration where the union really is, the union vibration. Or, in other words, the harmonious twin flame union vibration, because that's what you're really wanting there when you say that. That is the consciousness state or the state of being that you're really wanting. That's what that means, to want to have everything that your heart really desires and stuff, right? So you need to go, you as an energy being need to go to the vibration that is pretty high where harmonious union lives. So you need to bring your vibration there. And that can be pretty much beyond what you think the vibration needs to be. And it can be pretty much that you don't necessarily see that your vibration is not there yet, because it is really the deeper being vibration, the deeper consciousness vibration. It really helps to have a teacher, that's there, that can see if you're there and if you're going in the right direction even, and can send you in the right direction by certain guidances. Okay, so but if your vibration meets that, then still that is not enough, because within the whole of union, the spiritual vibrational whole that is the shining sun of your vibration that is arrived there, you also have two people that need to start to relate to each other. And for that one, we have, human communications and whatnot. So you not only need to have the vibration correct, but you also need to have these two people there. And yes, in Harmonious Twin Flame Union, you will finally know for absolutely 100% sure who the true twin flame is, what the name of them is, what the body is, that is them. They can't switch bodies or anything. And you sometimes hear these things, ideas that people have, spiritual ideas that people have. You also need to have these two people that start to relate. And if they have this high vibration, they need to, because of the union that they are now inside of the frequency of in their heart, they also need to start to relate in a human to human psychological way inside that union frequency that is the spiritual whole, that is the core of them, that they're clicked into. But they need to also adjust their relational, psychological, human interaction towards each other with behavior and communication to what that translates to in their case, this high vibration. And it may very well be so that you could be brought to this high vibration, but you're still standing there as this human form that has still potentially inside of themselves all these old patternings of your nervous system, of your brain structure, of your psychology that is structured to what you encountered as a very small child. That is just developmental psychology, and that is, well, read a couple of books about that or something, or watch some videos about that. Then you start to have an understanding how what is ingrained in us, how people dealt with us as very small children and teenagers and young adults. That is how we expect to, well, treat others. That's how we expect that others treat us. That is how we have trained ourselves in the social world of interaction and communication and behavior. And if that is kind of off, it doesn't hold up when you are in the union vibration, which is the highest vibration. Then there is a problem. There is a disconnect between what you are accustomed to doing in your psychology, behavior, patterning, and the vibration state that you're now in. And this is also how Harmonious Union for twin flames is incredibly healing to the most fundamental level, because when you are there and you want to keep your true twin flame, you want to stay in the relationship, this is valuable for you. You have made up your mind. This is the direction that you're going. This is what you're wanting. This is heaven on earth eternally after. Which is true, but you've got to make up your mind if that is so. Then you will see if you've committed to that. When you've committed, you will see that to be able to sustain this high vibration of the union, the spiritual vibration that you are inside of now, that you've committed to in your heart, to maintain that, you need to start to work on your trauma for the behavior, the communication, to align with that vibration of twin flame union. And that is the inner work that there needs to happen. And because you are committed to following the union with the twin flame and not something else anymore, you start to almost like positively force yourself, in a sense, quote unquote, to need to do that inner work that involves also your full psychology, your full emotional being, your full capacity to be social and relate and communicate, your attachment style or trauma or whatever you want to call it. And all of that is not congruent with the high vibration of the spiritual state will crumble down on the earth, and you will be invited to re-socialize your psychology on the level of this twin flame harmonious union vibration that you spiritually have reached. that is still some sort of theoretic, I understand, but I just try to give you an understanding of what this is, that union and relationship both play a role and should meet each other. And when they meet each other, this is actually a beautiful, purifying process of, quote unquote, forcing yourself positively to keep on going and heal everything that has ever been in the place there that was not purified on the harmonious union level, and commit to that moving forward indefinitely. And that's what will happen there, and you can start doing that now, and that is the twin flame inner work. And maybe that just gives you a grasp on what it is, what's happening here. And there are many things that are contributing to that process in a positive way. Doing the right twin flame work, going to the right community, having the right teacher, being in a constant relationship with places and persons that have that vibration. Well, doing trauma work with your teacher, many things. Certain things that are individually for you. The first initiation is also very helpful there, because Western people have a lot of them have some sort of a curse with them that they can't be together with their true love because of certain things that happened in the family line history. And they don't have a protector anymore. They turned to devastation to make you be devastated. And you can turn that back around, but only with someone that that can take responsibility for you to do that there. And I'm one such a person. This is one of the things that happens in initiation 1 that you can take with me as well. Just some examples of how you can support yourself to go through this process, right? Invest in yourself, prioritize the twin flame process by going into a one-on-one coaching relationship and keeping at it. And let that relationship bloom. And then you will be guaranteed that your twin flame relationship also will bloom. It's just beautiful, right? So, yeah, some examples for that. So union and relationship, there is a connection between both. They actually exist both at the same time and as one. Because I know that it sounds kind of theoretic, but I also hope that it gives you insight what we're actually doing here, what it's talking about, that is important for you to do. But in that theory, I understand that we some sort of rip it apart in a couple of pieces to understand, to make it understandable for you. Like, this is the union vibration, this is the psychology that is like inside of it. And there you have two people that need to relate to each other. That's all a theoretic explanation. And for that reason, I sort of tear these elements apart to tell the story, to make it insightful for you. But, and there's a big but, and here it is. All of this is actually one thing. There it stands, there it sits. It's only one thing. And a teacher has an oversight in what that means. You can make use of that. It's one. And that's so interesting about this whole movement, because you go really deep in a deep oneness. That is what we're stepping into. And yeah, just for the sake of giving you an understanding, I rip it apart and show you a couple elements, and then they need to be put together as one, because it's actually just one thing. Yeah, that is also why I provide a lot of magic for people behind the scenes in coaching and in programs and readings and whatnot, because It is not about the magic itself. That is also, in a sense, pulling things apart and having a couple of elements and playing with that so that it works in a healing way. But actually, every magic that we do, every energy work, which is sort of the same, that we do is about bringing you into the oneness. Magic that sparks you into the one. Explanations that make you understand something so that you have a better grasp of how to go to the one. When you are in the one, where union and relationship are absolutely one and the same, that's the blessed thing. It's like a pulsating whole that is in an eternal movement towards the divine itself. And that is what you are already, but you have to make it come true in real life. Embody it, live it, and then you will be with your true twin flame in harmonious union as people there that are completely and utterly human, and within that also refining their psychology and healing their traumas and whatnot. Isn't that beautiful? And all of that as one. Yeah. Union and relationship. I hope this helped. Much love from Petra.